A doctor rushes into the hospital and immediately goes in to change out of her black gown and put on her medical scrubs to perform surgery on a child of just 7 years old, hovering between life and death. The child's father approaches her, furious, saying, "Don't you have any responsibility? You're a terrible professional. Why weren't you here at the hospital when my daughter needed you? You should have been here already. The surgery is 2 hours late." The doctor then looks into the father's eyes and says, "Everything will be okay. Jesus knows all things." The father replied, "I don't want to know about Jesus. I don't want to know anything. I want you to save my daughter." She continues to look into the father's eyes and says, "Everything works together for good for those who love God. Jesus knows all things." She enters the operating room, where she spends 3 hours. When she comes out, she's already out of her scrubs, having changed back into her black gown. She passes her father and says, "Thank God, I was able to save your daughter. She's going to recover well. The nurse will come and give you the rest of the information, because I have another appointment now." That father lowers his head and thinks, "What an insensitive doctor. What a bad doctor for my daughter to fall into, but thank God she was saved." The nurse then arrives and talks to the father. "Your daughter was saved. Our doctor is very competent, and she performed a 3-hour surgery, but everything went well. However," he adds, "she may be competent, but she's very irresponsible because she arrived late. If she had arrived any later, my daughter would have died." The nurse then said to the man, "Sir, do you know where she was?" "She was at her son's funeral. Her son was in a car accident yesterday and died. When the hospital called her, she was at her son's funeral. She skipped burying her son to come save her daughter. That's why she was wearing that black dress, and now she's going back to the cemetery, where the funeral has already taken place, to see if manages to get some time alone with her son." At that moment, the father began to cry in despair. He wanted to find that doctor to apologize, but it was too late. From this story, we learn that before judging a person, we must first seek to understand the reason why they took that position or attitude, or whether they are experiencing pain, some difficult moment.